What is going on, guys? The Source Fox here today, back again with a brand new video. It's been a little while, and today is EAFC 25 release day, so that does mean we are here with another career mode, and we're returning to the Bundesliga. It's been a while. It's been over 4 months since we've had a video on the channel. I do apologise. The Hull City career mode did just die off. It was just the way FC 24 was going. The game stopped being enjoyable. It wasn't very good, so we stopped the series. But, you know, we have obviously been doing the Snooker 19 streams, and I hope everyone enjoys them. But yeah, we're back. It seems like a long time, but we are returning to the Bundesliga. We did the Hannover 96 career mode back on FIFA 23. And that was a struggle. We didn't get too far in that either. But I want to come back to Germany and make amends. But it's sad to see Schalke in the second division of the Bundesliga, and they're really struggling as of late. They've not started this current 24-25 season very well at all, and they currently sit 16th, and it's not good at all. They've had 1 win, 1 draw, 4 losses, already sacked the manager. They're a very big club. They've been around for a very long time. They've been around since, 1904. They've got a very nice 62,000 seater stadium. The club's got a lot of history, a lot of heritage. You know, they're too big of a club to be down in the second division of this Bundesliga. They got relegated in the 22-23 season. And we've got some goals we want to set for this series. Obviously, we want to take them back to the Bundesliga, right to the very top where they belong. Schalke is a very rich heritage club. They've had lots of good players play for them. They've had very few good they've had some good managers. They've had some good times in recent years, but they are going on a downward spiral. But they've never won the Bundesliga in all of their history since they've been found. They've come second 7 times, so that would be nice to get them back to the top. They've won 5 DFB Pokals and 1 Super Cup, so yeah, we just want to get them promoted, get them back to European football and get them back to the top of the Bundesliga. So let's take a look at the team and how we want to play. We are going with this 4-1-2-1-2 or 4-3-1-2 formation, however you want to look at it. We are going with the Gegen press style of football. So, obviously, this FC IQ is brand new to FC 25, so the tactics mean even more. Obviously, the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation. Counter-attack in football is how we want to play with the gegenpress. Defensive style, is aggressive, so basically we're going to be playing with a high line. So this is all new to the game. Obviously, in-depth customization and tactics. So with the ball, we're fairly narrow, and then with the ball, it goes a bit wonky. I don't know why it goes like that with the ball, but that's probably because of the press. And yeah, how can you go from that formation to that formation? But I don't really know. It works, kind of. I've got to get used to it. Looking at the player roles, we have an absolute tank in last May. Up front, he's 6'4", very pacey striker. We've got Silla up front. Karaman, the current Schalke captain, he's going to be our captain as well. Segunin in midfield. Schallenberg is out of position, but we're going to try him in his position. We haven't really got much depth in the central midfield position. We got Gustafsson, which we signed on a free transfer. We got Merkin at left back. Good old Thomas Kalas, been around the block quite a bit, former Chelsea youth prodigy. Kaminski, Aidan, and Hoffman. And there we have Højlund, Rasmus Højlund's younger brother. We have a very experienced player in Eunice. We have Tempelman, Drexler, very experienced player, and some of the rest of the team I don't really know, but it'd be great to try and use them. Obviously, we've got Ralph Farman as well. Looking at things, we haven't really had a big transfer budget to start with. We've only had 8.5 million. So we haven't really spent money. Like I said, we've bought him that midfielder, and that's really it. We can't really do a lot because of the money, but you know, I do want to strengthen the team if we can before the end of the transfer window. So yeah, I mean, we've got a very big squad. We had like 4 attackers, 14 defenders, 14 midfielders, 3 goalkeepers. There is a lot of players out on loan. We've sent Gruger, Bulat, Bayandit, Nude all out on loan. Very young players. Some 1-year loans, some 2-year loans, but hopefully they grow and develop and we build the next generation of the Schalke talent. But yeah, I mean, we've signed this Samuel Gustafsson, a Swedish international. Well, I think he's Swedish. I mean, our best player really. He's on the free agents. He's going to come in that defensive midfield role. Kenan Karaman, the Turkish experienced player, you know, so far in pre-season he's been very good. We got Hoffman and Kallis, I say, you know, been for the team. And I think we have got a well-balanced, rounded squad, but if we can make improvements along the way and grow, we will. I mean, we have the youth academy, which we will try and develop some players. We currently have some players in that, but we don't have a goalkeeper. So we do have some scouts out. We bought a couple of scouts as well. We're just going to have to scout players. So let's get into some settings and let's discuss how we're going to be going forward with this save. I mean, 5-minute match halves, legendary difficulty. We've got match intros back once again, and this is how we're going to be playing our games. They're on simulation game type. You have custom, classic and simulation, and we will be playing on the simulation mode, which is meant to give you a more slower, realistic type of match to a real life football match. So we're playing that. We've got wind effects and we will be putting them on low because I don't think it makes too much difference, but I've played with medium and it's you got to get used to it, but we will be playing on low. And we also have weather effects on, so when the pitch is very wet it's hard to sprint and pass the ball, so it does make things slightly different. Training, obviously, recovery rates have gotten realistic. Scouting, you know, this is all they've put in more details in the settings. The board expectations are strict, so we'll get into those in a minute. International job offers off, and yeah, I mean, everything else, yeah, that's just the same really. So let's quickly get into the objectives and see what the board want us to achieve this year. In the youth development, they want us to sign 3 players younger than 20 with a greater potential, which we will intend to do because we've got some good youth players in the youth academy. I will be doing the new rush mode to develop the players a bit quicker to potentially get them into the team. They want us to go 10 games without defeat in home matches this season. I think that's fairly doable. Like I said, we've got a very nice home stadium in the Veltins Arena, and they want us to sign 2 young players. So we've got plenty of time in the transfer window. We've signed 1 out of 2 players and we've made a bit of profit, but I don't see how we're going to make an £85 million profit unless we go and sign some wonder kid and play them every game. Short-term domestic success, they want us to reach the round of 16 in the DFB Pokal, and they want us to get an automatic promotion, which is to be expected. High expectations from the board, and they want us to win the league within potentially 2 seasons. Well, the Bundesliga 2 title within 2 seasons if we fail this year and we don't have European objectives because we're not in European football. So yeah, that is that. A lot to get through. Obviously the menus, they have changed. I'm trying to get used to and just get a feel of things. Let's have a little look at some transfers. Nico Williams to Chelsea, Nuno Mendes to Man United, Brahim Diaz to West Ham, Coleman to Real Madrid, Antonio Silva to Man City, Romario, goalkeeper, to Newcastle, Alaba to Leverkusen, strengthening those. Obviously our counterparts in the upper first division in the Bundesliga. Jared Bowen going to Leipzig, Jonathan David going to Bournemouth there. Any other players come to Germany? Tierney going to Palace. That's a good acquisition for Crystal Palace. Ben Chilwell going to Frankfurt. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's great to see Coleman leave Bayern to go Real Madrid. Schick's left to go to Napoli, so that's a threat. Adeyemi's gone to Liverpool. Some of these great players leaving the Bundesliga for potentially next season, but it's going to be difficult. Wind leaving Wolfsburg for Leicester. Nonto going to Roma, that's quite a good transfer. Nothing too fancy been happening, but yeah, it's early days in the transfer window.
Where football passion rules the roost, Gelsenkirchen, we're at the Arena auf Schalke. I'm Derek Ray, and with me here on the commentary box is Stuart Robson. An action coming up for you from the DFB Pokal, Germany's national knockout cup competition. How's it going to go, Stuart?
Well, the hosts certainly go into this game as strong favourites. They have better technical players and can be brilliant when everything clicks. But their opponents are well organised, resilient and pose a threat on the counter-attack. Therefore, an early goal will be the main priority for the home team.
Today.
Build to join the centre forward at the right time.
Teammates in the middle. Danger still on. Could be dangerous. Oh, he could finish. And nicely parried away. And he couldn't bag the first goal of the contest. Oh, this is looking promising. Can he put it away? And the referee has pointed to the spot. A penalty it is, and a chance for them to forge ahead. Make it 1-0. And in it goes! The big crucial of the overall story. Is this the moment? And the keeper. And there's the delivery. Not quite one. Penalty, in the opinion of the referee. And this is seriously getting away from them. And on the back of that decision, now it's a caution.
Well, it's a tight call, but in the end, I think he's got it right. A penalty and a yellow.
To extend their lead here. A sizable cushion now. Real chance. Oh, a sensation.
Make that save. Absolutely brilliant.
Tremendous. Opportunity. Really good piece of goalkeeping there. Oh, good defending to stop a decent-looking attack. And now they can exhale. Failure to keep the ball by Schalke. Well, could be in hot water here. Booked already. It's there for him. And that's easy peasy for the keeper. Is this the moment? It should be.
Well, from being outnumbered, and there is too much space between the defenders at the back. That's been the problem.
Charging through. And he's outdone himself. Wonderful save there, because they are moving on.
Well, as the scoreline would suggest, it was a comfortable win, but they had to play really well to get their victory. In particular, I thought their midfield really imposed themselves on the game. They'll need to continue that going into the next round.
Well, he put in a really thorough performance here, Stuart.
Well, he gave that back line a torrid time, didn't he? He was far too sharp for them, always looking to play on the shoulder, took his goals well too. Clearly the difference maker today.
In what's sure to be an exciting fixture. Join us for all the action coming up next.
Welcome along to an evening that was made for football. The pitch is in great order too. My name's Guy Mowbray, and I'm joined by Sue Smith on the gantry, and you can really sense the anticipation in the crowd with their season just about to get underway. Your thoughts on this game then, Sue?
Yeah, it's always special, the first game of the season. It is tough being away from home, but they'll be hoping to get off to a positive start. They'll be right up there challenging for promotion. I'm sure we'll see a good performance here today. Forward will be supported by the number 10, and you'd expect them to rotate and swap positions.
And he's being urged to shoot. It's a decent stop by the goalkeeper. Later here. And this could be a body in the way. But hasn't managed to force. Encouraging him to take it on, and it's in!
Here's the replay, and what a run!
Down there, and And he can tell us more. They could level it here. Save, but not clear. Having a look. The job not done yet. Staying patient here. They need to find an equaliser. Takes it on. And no scraps for the attackers to feed off.
Speculative efforts or overplaying in the final third.
And it's played over to the back post. And the referee's whistle brings the first 45 minutes to a close. And this could be. And that's a golden chance. Well, a bit of a clumsy challenge and it's on now. Oh, that was a decent position. Could be something on. Well, he's got two now, and he's playing a starring role here. And that brings an end to the match. With disappointment felt in the away end, it's 3 points dropped.
This was below the levels we expect from them. Just looked a bit disorganised off the ball. Not enough leaders out there for me today. They've got to be better for the next game.
Well, he has put in a truly magnificent performance today, nigh on unplayable. What are your thoughts, Sue?
Well, he was a constant threat, either playing on the shoulder or looking to drop into space. His movement was so clever, got himself into great goal scoring.
Magical feeling of match day and the desire to lose yourself in the moment. That's what today is all about. A meeting of two talented sides ready to go at it in front of a capacity crowd, not to mention the eyes of the wider football world. Don't go anywhere. All the action next.
Coming down heavily here. Hopefully you're staying dry at home. Guy Mowbray with you for commentary alongside Sue Smith. And we've got action for you today from Bundesliga Spy. Sue, what are we going to get from this one?
Well, it wasn't a great start for the visitors on match day one. Not the performance they would have wanted, just didn't quite click. They'll be looking at reacting here and showing the quality that we all know that they've got. Looks like a 4-5-1 or a 4...
And this could be. Maybe that's a misconnection with the ball. Now, what can they do from here? It's in! 1-0! And that could change the shape of the game.
Is he? It's an easy finish in the end.
Chance for the equaliser. And it's in! And to take the lead. Still problems for them here. Well, a promising attack, but unable to take advantage. Nice pass and on their march. What a chance here. And there's the goal to put them in front.
On and two-touch passing.
Really nicely played. What can they do with this now? Nicely played. It might still happen. Well, it's one of the golden rules of goalkeeping. If you can't hold it, make sure you get it properly away. And that wasn't the case there. No free kick, not yet. Advantage played. And the ball is still alive. Pulls it back. For the lead now. Oh, they scored again. The game had only just restarted after the last one.
It's good to get on the end of it.
Lovely ball, this could lead to something. To deliver a good ball in. And that's too tame. Easily keeper's ball. Oh, great block. And the referee brings the game to a close, with the points going back with the visitors.
Yeah, it was a close game, lots of energy from both sides, quite evenly matched, weren't they? But I think they deserved the result overall.
There have been a few good performances out there today, but of all the players on show, he's one that's really caught the eye.
Yeah, he played well, real vital goal too. They just struggled to cope with his quality today.
And we have it at the conclusion of these games, starting off with that very first disappointing home game against the Borussia Dortmund second team. 2 penalties, very stupid penalties. The first one, absolutely balmy. Why how the player's gone falling over when we've not tackled him. But yeah, 2 ridiculous penalties. The second one, yes, because I slide tackled in the box, but the first one was a standing challenge which sent him flying, and it was a delayed reaction to give them a penalty. 2-0, and they won, and we are out the first round of the cup, so we failed the objective of getting to the last 16. And then again, I mean, Munster away, we lost 2-0. They had 3 shots the whole game and scored 2 goals. What can you do? We dominated, to be fair. We had 11 shots. Not saying they were the best positions, but we did actually change things up formation-wise, because I must admit in that first game, that 4-1-2-1-2 narrow was not working. It was just not going anywhere. We really struggled. We changed it to the 4-2-3-1. And yeah, we needed a bit of width, and it just instant improvement, really. So yeah, we had 11 shots, no goals. They had 3 shots, 2 goals. Again, we got undone defensively, especially on their first goal. Missed the tackle, clean through, clean strike, 1-0 down. Pushing, and we couldn't get a goal back when we needed it. And then against Regensburg, again, very, very, very fortunate, but we won, which is great. So our second league game, it was a victory. I mean, Højlund scoring twice, and Hermache getting the winner. Again, 1-0 up, great. Thought, here we go, going to kick on now. We had 8 shots, 7 on target. They had 5 shots, they got 2 goals. Their first goal from the set piece was just ridiculous defending. Don't even man-to-man marking. Oh, they found the spaces, they got the equaliser. Then they actually went 2-1 in front. But Højlund did well to, after making it 1-0, Højlund conceded, made obviously 1-1. Then they actually got, again, a bit of just unlucky, really. They made it 2-1, and then Højlund made it 2-2, and Hermache made it 3-2 minutes later in the second half, and we did see that one out to get a victory. So overall, it's just, what have we learned? We're too open at the back, the formation's been wrong, the tactics haven't been very good to start things off, and if we're going to play a gegenpress, we do definitely need to improve. But we have made some new acquisitions. We've just brought in Phil Newman, our Hanover 96 centre-back, bringing a former face back to the club. I think he's a lot better than what we've got. We got him for 2.1 million. He's very, 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 I think that's a very good deal. Comparing him to Kaminski, he's a lot younger, 27 to 32, both the same height. Newman a bit heavier, obviously knows the league, a bit more physical, defending pretty much the same, but a lot quicker. That, I think that is what's going to make a big difference, is the pace and better dribbling. Not as good passing, but we don't need him to pass, and shooting, it does not matter. But yeah, I think Newman is going to be a very good acquisition at the back. And Lewis Holtby, a former Schalke player at the ripe age of 33, I think he is. I mean, played for Schalke 2009 to 2013. And I think we just needed we need more quality in this midfield, because as soon as the ball's up to the striker or the wingers, there's no one in midfield that can get a ball out. I said I wanted a midfielder. Templeman on the bench is good. Younes does have an impact. Bachmann's a defensive midfielder. Seguin, I mean, I've been disappointed with him. No, it's early to say, but it's hard. You know, he's 29. I mean, we've got a very experienced midfield anyway. Holtby now 33, Karaman 30, and Gustafsson. Gustafsson hasn't done too bad since he's been in, but obviously from that first game, he is not a holding midfielder. He's a box-to-box. He gets up there, gets his presence about there. Ain't too bad. Silla is just pacey, really. I mean, he's young, he's pacey. Shooting isn't really that good to be a striker, even though it says he can play up front. And yeah, I mean, Lasme, that chance he missed when he was one-on-one with the keeper, I can't remember which game it was. I think it was the Munster game. It was very disappointing. His role's a poacher, but it was just like very frustrating. But Mir, he's been quite good out on that left when we brought him in, and Hoffman can't really criticise too much. A couple of times we got very, very fortunate, but I mean, when you're so open at the back, it's not hard to really concede. But yeah, so we've actually spent some money. Newman and Holtby coming in. I mean, Schalke over the years have had some great players, really, haven't they? They've had Manuel Neuer, they've had Leroy Sané, they've had Julian Draxler, they've had the legendary Raúl, they had class Jan Huntelaar for 7 years. I mean, Leon Goretzka was a Schalke player, but while he was developing, they've had Mesut Ozil, obviously he's retired now, and they had Braille Mbolo as well, just to mention a few of their world-class players. So that's what I mean. It's a learning process. The first few games, getting things right, settling things down, making some slight adjustments and tweaking things. So after 2 league games, we sit in 13th. Obviously, we're out of the cup now, so we solely have the league to focus on, which, you know, for this season, it might be a good thing, actually. Not having a cup run, if we could just stop being so open at the back and get a little bit more clinical. I just find from that midfield, we don't have a good enough out ball, so sometimes the passing's a bit sloppy. We don't make too many runs, and when we do get in them positions, we do need to be a lot more clinical. So, yeah, I mean, 3 points from the first, well, a loss and a win from the first 2 games isn't bad, thinking about things, but we should have won. It's games we should have won. So, yes, let's quickly look at the next fixtures. We will be playing Elversberg at home. Is that? Yeah, at home at the Veltins Arena. We'll go away at Ulm, and then we will welcome Darmstadt at the Veltins to close things off on transfer deadline day. So hopefully we improve our standards in the next episode. And yeah, I mean, we just need to improve, really. Stop being so open at the back, especially after that first game. We were just all over the place. The midfield was non-existent. The defence was too high, too easy to get through. Didn't score our chances, and that's why we lost the cup game. But yeah, that is it. I understand it's been a very long episode, and I've done a lot of rambling, but it's been a lot of facts and figures about Schalke overall, which I hope you've all enjoyed. I've done my research into the club. And like I said, they've got such a heritage, football heritage, you know, of their history. So yeah, it's great. It's been great to learn. Great to hope you've all enjoyed learning a bit more about the club. And yeah, that has been me for this episode, and I'm out. Peace.